Hey, welcome to Burn a Flick. It's been a while since we did one of these. I think we all needed a short break just to, experience the summer. I'm here with myself, Eugene, Jonah,
Hey.
and Zach,
Hello.
and today we're going to talk about Riders of Justice. So I actually saw this movie last week. It's I don't have the greatest memory, but from what you guys have told me, it's a little bit more fresh for you guys.
Yeah, I
Um,
watched it today.
nice.
Yeah, likewise.
Hell yeah, dude. Um, so my okay, Riders of Justice. Quick synopsis. Mads Mikkelsen is he is a soldier of some type. I don't think the show's very or the movie's very clear about like what exactly his job is, but he is a military man guy, and he is his wife and daughter are caught in a train accident. The wife dies, and then he comes back home to be with his daughter, who is mentally fucked up because she just lost her mom, and then these nerds show up and they're like, "Hey, we think it wasn't an accident. We think it was this gang."
Cue revenge flick.
Yeah,
A little more insight with that is the nerd thing is there's this one guy who essentially he got let go from his job, I believe.
yeah.
And he was on the train the same time with his wife and daughter, completely different, right?
Oh, yep.
And he was a nice guy, and he let the mother take his seat on the train.
Oh yeah, key detail.
Yeah, it's a very important detail, which leads you to later on, like, is this going to cause problems or anything with Mads Mikkelsen's character? What's his name is
Marcus.
Marcus.
Yeah, I don't remember the main nerd guy's name.
His name was Otto.
Otto. Okay, I know the chubby one was Emmentaler,
Yeah,
and the fucking the
The-
wild card guy.
yeah, that.
I don't remember his name. I liked him though.
Yeah, the movie itself, like I remember on the internet it says drama action, but on
Yes.
Hulu it says action comedy.
I was so thrown off
Yeah.
by the genre because I also thought this would be like a dark, gritty, Taken, like John Wick, like revenge, kill all the bad guys.
Yeah.
And it kind of is, but it isn't really.
No, there's something about it that's it's Danish, right?
Yeah.
It's a Danish film. Their comedy. I know they're trying to be really Western with it. If you see a lot of it,
Yeah, it's
especially the field thing, when he went into the field, the weird.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what? Wait, what's going on?
well, a lot of the humor was like way out of place. It seemed.
I think part of okay, at the rip, I'd say 75% of the humor, it didn't really work for me.
It could have been the language barrier too, not understanding their tone.
That could be also a thing. There might have been like some like Danish related jokes that just went over my head, probably. But yeah, I think part of the reason is like the way the movie's shot. It's shot like it's a Jason Bourne movie. Like the colors are all like
They're dark,
very austere.
Yes, yeah, that's the word. Yeah,
And like I'm like it's
like John Wick colors.
I know. Oh no, John Wick. I feel like John Wick is even more colorful.
Yeah.
Than this.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. And it has this serious look, and it has like a serious premise, and then it just goes not serious for a large portion of the movie. Um, yeah.
Oh yeah, so Otto is he works with probabilities. He's essentially an actuary
Yes.
in a way, right?
A statistician.
Yeah.
Statistics guy.
Yeah, he's a statistics dude, and he talks to me thinking about. Wait a second. He looks on one of the people who were on the train was a member of the Riders of Justice.
Oh yeah, that
former
Rider of Justice who was on the train and awaiting to trial to testify against people.
Riders of Justice is the bad gang in the movie, by the way.
Yeah, it's you really thought that these guys, this group of guys, would be the Riders of Justice. But no, they're an evil biker gang. And so where was I going with this?
The ex-member was on the train.
Yeah,
Yes.
the ex member was on the train
With his lawyer.
and with his lawyer, and he notices people, and then he goes on the news and sees, wait a second, there's no probable way. The probabilities are 200 million to 1 for that to even be possible. So he suspects foul play, even though the police don't believe it.
Yeah.
And so the entire movie, he goes to, because he feels bad, he goes to the family, to the father,
Yeah.
and tells him, I don't believe that this was an accident. I believe this is foul play.
Yeah.
And pretty much he goes and, because what do you mean? He brings in his other smart friends, his hacker friends, what do you call them?
Exactly.
To
The nerd squad.
the nerd squad, essentially, Geek Squad, right?
Yeah.
Figure
we're gonna
out-
get canceled by Best Buy.
To find these people so Mads Mikkelsen's character can kill
Yeah.
them.
So I think it's important to remember that, like, before the nerds show up, Mads Mikkelsen is Marcus is he's trying to connect with his daughter, um, and there's a bunch of, I guess, stuff going on with grief and like
His daughter wants him to get therapy, and he's refusing it.
Yeah,
he just
that-
wants to
that-
do it his own way.
exactly. So
Yeah,
that's a huge conflict.
Mental health bad, killing good.
It's like, no, I'm in the military. I don't believe in mental health. I am
Yeah.
the problem in the military with mental health.
Well, what I wanted to specifically point out is, like, they had this conversation where she asked about heaven, hell, God, and all that, and Mads Mikkelsen's character Marcus, like, he made it very clear that, like, this was a freak accident. Like, it doesn't mean anything. It's just it's just sad, and it's just a freak accident, and there's nothing we can do. And then the nerds show up, and they're like, actually, it wasn't an accident. And then
wrong.
yeah, and then Mads Mikkelsen's character is like, all right, tell me more. I want to kill people.
I like, I mean, later on, they talk about how when it comes to grief and everything, well, because grief is a big part of this,
Yeah.
and being able to understand, like, your mental capacity to get through things. I think it was a daughter or somebody else. They talk about how some people just want something to blame, and so the entire movie, he's like, at first he was blaming himself,
Right.
and then now that he found this out in feeling bad about himself,
Yeah.
he's glad to have found that there's something
He
he can blame.
He found a guilt boogeyman to just chase
Exactly.
And kill.
and kill.
With a bunch of freaking M4s.
By the way, that street shootout scene, I did not like the way he was holding that M4. I don't know if you guys noticed. No, he held it right. He held it correctly later when he was holding the MP5, but when he was holding the M4 looking gun, he was holding it like in the center of his chest, and the buttstock was not up against it. He was holding it like in the air, and I'm just like, this is the fakest shit ever.
I mean, at least it wasn't like holding it like straight up to his face like Steven Seagal.
Oh yeah, no, Steven Seagal, that's even worse.
Maybe we can play devil's advocate or and benefit of the doubt and say it was just in the heat of the moment. He's just like, struggling, even though he's up.
Maybe I
guess
don't know.
that street. Okay, going back to the street shootout.
Yeah.
The movie would have been over. That the Riders of Justice henchman dude, whatever, that gang member that like ran up to the sidewalk,
Yeah.
caught them all off guard, crunched behind those cars. His gun just so happened to jam at that moment.
Oh yeah.
His gun just so happened. Like if it wouldn't have jammed, the movie would be over right there. Riders of Justice,
Oh
they
my
won.
God.
It's over. Yeah.
Yeah, she's an orphan now. Like, movie's over.
Yeah. That I think I just mentally blocked that scene out because that is so ridiculous. Anyway, so yeah, the guy's gun jams, and then obviously Marcus runs up on him, puts a couple punches in him, and then takes his gun and then proceeds to hold it wrong and kill everyone.
Danish SEAL Team 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for, via one person though.
I did really like the whole angle of therapy. I think at the end of the day, this movie has a good message. It just kind of hides it underneath like revenge and like manslaughter.
Yeah, you can
Um,
avoid so many problems just by
yeah, if he just went to therapy.
go to therapy and everything okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just some guy feel bad about it, apologize for giving the wife a seat and where you should have just been dead or something like that,
Mhm.
and then get on with your life. Don't bring up anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that was very mature of the movie, to really go into that therapy angle, um, not like play it up as like just like a thing that people go to, but it's actually part of the healing process. Uh, one thing that has bugged me the entire movie, was why did they? So the nerds showed up
Mhm.
and they're like, "We're talking to everybody who was on the train, and you're the next guy that we're talking to, and we're telling everyone that this was not a coincidence." But why do they stop? They like it's. I don't understand why they fixated on
Marcus.
Marcus, because they didn't go see any other of the train train passengers.
That dude was fixated on his barn. I know that. He kept
I don't.
mentioning that
yeah.
fucking
That's got to
barn.
be a Danish thing, dude. Because like they fucking love that barn, and like I don't know. I didn't find any of that interesting.
See that?
Their obsession over the barn.
Such a nice house too for guys in the military.
um.
And he get to have a beard too. Damn.
Yeah. The dude, this movie it really surprised me because like the poster is Mads Mikkelsen looking weathered and angry, and
Feels like it's him in a lot of the movies that he stars in.
yeah, I guess you got me there.
But anyway, sorry, you're going.
But yeah, it just threw me for a loop, and I think it really hurt my experience with this movie. Um, yeah, if I had gone into it understanding that there is a slight hangover element to this movie, with like wacky characters, then I probably would have digested it better.
What's his name? The
Yeah.
the big guy.
Emmentaler.
Emmentaler. His fixation on like an i9 processor is not good enough for him.
Yeah,
Right? He's like, and the resolution is like, I'm gonna this shit piss is what he calls it, or fuck piss or whatever it says.
I didn't like that either. That just tells me like, I don't know.
I think they're really digging for something like a comedy out of that.
Yeah, they're throwing computer terms into the script to make it feel believable.
Mhm.
But anybody who knows a fucking thing about computers knows that like this guy, what is he even talking about?
Yeah, like relax, dude.
yeah.
Like,
There's that.
He's a whole server room, and he's mad about the resolution of a computer.
Yeah.
To look at, and you're just, what are you trying to do? You're trying to find pictures of people.
You're trying
That's
to Google
it.
search.
You're trying to Google.
How
search.
how powerful of a computer do you need?
I mean,
to...
they did mess up.
Oh yeah,
They
no,
did.
we didn't even get to that yet.
That's true.
They did mess up the first time, even though they were like 95.7%
Yeah.
match on the first guy. But it just wait, they didn't even really address the guy that they actually.
Who actually fucked up in everything?
Yeah, he's still like in like Egypt or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, they there was a thing where like it cuts to that Egyptian guy and he's talking to like his family or something
Yeah.
About how shitty the food was.
about how shitty
Yeah.
the food was, and that's why he threw the food out, the sandwich out after one. Because that's another thing they
Yeah.
fixated on. No one throws away like a drink and a sandwich after one bite. Like that's got to be sus.
That's definitely sus.
It's sus that food sucks and people don't want to deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah. It turns out they were just straight up wrong.
Because he said like, I think I was just fixated on all these things that I wanted to believe something
Yeah.
that he messed up, and the fact that so it really was an accident.
Mhm.
It wasn't. It was that one compared to the 200 million.
Yeah. What I don't understand is they had footage of a guy going to the rail car at night. So like how does that play into that? I don't know.
Well, if you know, like at the end, the movie itself was like an hour and 56 minutes long.
It was really that long?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my
give or take
God.
the intro and the outro, like or the credits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Everything just started coming around, not full circle, but like it just started ending right at the end there. You know, the shootout
Mhm. Yeah.
at the
yeah.
end, and then that's it. I mean,
What do they do with all those fucking bodies? I want to know because it's like
It just kind of glossed over it.
it's
Yeah.
like, oh, now everything's okay now that everyone's gone to therapy and it's Christmas, and I guess everyone looked over that you had at least like 15 to 16 dead bodies in your front lawn.
Yeah.
what's funny is like,
All these nerds have become your uncle now.
Mhm.
Like, the gimp, the Ukrainian gimp
Yeah,
guy,
Oh,
the sex slave.
he's like, do you wanna fuck me in the ass and go to sleep? He's like, no, I'm good. No, thank you, but thank you.
Thanks for not fucking me in the ass.
Yeah, that part. Wait. I was watching that. I was like, what?
When he first showed up, Ciara was laying on the couch and she was like glancing over every once in a while, and
Yeah.
when you're watching a movie and it's like whatever, and then all of a sudden, right when that certain person looks over, like something crazy happens on the screen. He was literally bent over that like ottoman or whatever, like as that human coffee table.
With the ball in his mouth.
Yeah.
Nice,
She
nice,
looked
nice.
over at that part and was like, "What are you watching right now?"
Don't ask. Don't ask.
I was actually surprised when he killed that first guy, because like he was like tussling with him,
Mhm.
and then like he just snaps his neck, and I thought for a second like, wait, did he just do that? And yeah, he did.
He most certainly did do that. Yeah, there's a lot of aspects of the movie itself that were far off from what I felt like it was going to go.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just the way they're making the movie. I mean, sometimes the way I feel a lot of foreign films, they always just feel independent, indie to me.
Yeah, I think they all do, because they just don't have the funding that American films do.
Yeah, the movie itself, it cost $6 million to make,
Oh.
but they grossed $7 million out of it, 7.9.
All right.
So I mean,
They kind of broke even.
like, yeah, they made something.
Yeah.
Except for the investors probably got more money out of it.
I don't think, like, I don't know how the Danish film industry is, but like here, like if you break even, that just means you lost money
Mhm.
here.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah, congratulations, you're not getting a sequel.
We're not going to
Yeah.
find out about the Egyptian dude and his bad food.
Yeah, most of the extras that worked in this movie aren't gonna find work in Hollywood ever again.
You'd feel like maybe if they were going for a comedy aspect, the Egyptian guy, he's like, all right, well, I guess we'll get rid of this evil biker gang and just go kill this guy anyway because I still need somebody to blame.
Mm.
Or maybe it's the catharsis of killing all those guys, make them feel better.
Maybe a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Who knows?
Possibly.
It'd be kind of like Sicario, when
Yeah.
Benicio del Toro showed up at like the very end and killed that
Oh, the
drug lord.
mobster.
Yeah,
Mafia.
Oh, who's
Mads Mikkelsen just shows up in Cairo and offs him right in front of his family.
oh right, because in Sicario he shoots his wife and daughter right.
Yeah.
before him.
Yeah. Oh no, his
Yeah.
wife and 2 sons.
Mm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
wife and 2 sons.
Yeah.
And leaves them there.
And then he lets him take it in for a bit, and then he kills him.
Yeah.
Then
Then
great
it's time,
movie.
Yeah, then it's time for therapy.
The crazy guy, who essentially talked about it, he got like from
Yeah.
like taken advantage of by his uncle or something like that, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah, yeah.
He says, I'll be the therapist to your daughter. I have 4,000 hours of
I like
therapy.
that. I thought that was funny.
I have over 40
Yeah.
years of therapy behind my belt. I think I know what I'm talking about. Usually people who go to therapy and still are in therapy after 40 years shouldn't have the right things to say.
Yeah.
I should only be able to hear these things.
With how protective he was over his daughter,
Yeah.
having some strange dude he literally met like a day ago, just like
Oh,
be
man.
so close in a room by himself with your daughter is like wild.
I think those were some of my favorite scenes.
Yeah,
in this movie.
You're
definitely.
chubby. You're a chubby salami. That came and I was like, what the fuck? Was that supposed to be funny?
I don't.
I'm sure it
probably.
was,
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
or maybe again the language barrier. What if he's like a character we've seen in America who's just really like John Malkovich's character in Red? You ever seen the movie Red?
I've never seen.
Yeah.
Red.
Oh no.
He's just kind of like spacey.
Yeah, Spacey. He's a
Yeah.
crazy dude
Yeah.
who he's
Okay.
really smart and really skilled, but he just has the most outrageous things.
off the wall stuff. He's
Yeah.
just like out
Oh.
there.
So if you watch Red, I mean,
Yeah,
Wild-
movie itself, whatever.
Which I mean, John Malkovich was the wild card in
Yeah.
Red.
That's what they're going for. I wonder if it's like the director and writer are just watching so many Western movies,
Yeah.
and then we're just gonna implement whatever we can, fit together like some weird Jenga pieces, puzzle pieces.
I thought Otto.
Mhm.
I thought he looked like Jason Bateman.
What?
I thought he looked like Jason Bateman. I think
with like a scruffy like curly haired wig.
yeah.
I could see it.
Really?
Hmm.
I did not see that.
I had a hard time not seeing it. I think I just got fixated on
Huh.
I don't know.
It went a lot from being because I felt like it was going to be more about like it was obviously a lot. Otto was a big part of it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it feels as though they steered away from him a lot in a lot of things. Or
I think he started to take a bigger back seat, both plot wise and just like character wise, near in the middle of the movie. And then he just started to get on Marcus's nerves, like he punched him and
That-
stuff, and just left him. That whole street shootout, like Otto was just straight up not there.
because he didn't want to be part of it too. He didn't
Yeah.
want to do that, right? He kept saying, "No, we're not doing this. As we can't do this." And then he's like, and he tells him like, brings up his daughter. Of course, everyone who brings up his daughter, he gets hit. or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That part, I didn't look at it for a second. I was looking away,
Mhm.
and then all I heard was a commotion, and then his face on the ground, and they drive off. I thought they killed him. I was like, I had to go back and like, wait a second. They just kill literally the supporting actor of this movie immediately right there.
That's
and
funny.
I guess like, okay, they didn't kill him. He just knocked him out and left him there.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what else. To be honest, I don't know what else to say.
I think we could just briefly I like the acting. Mads Mikkelsen was great. I really like the wild card. What's his name, dude? What's that wild card guy's name?
Something Danish, something
Emmentaler, the
fat guy.
Emmentaler's the yeah.
yeah, the fact I didn't
Lennart.
Lennart,
Oh,
yeah.
Lennart. Okay.
Lennart.
He was a
Nuts.
standout for me. He was a standout.
Wait, okay.
Yeah.
Sirius, the boyfriend.
Oh yeah, the blue-haired boyfriend.
Yeah, he wasn't like they did him so dirty there at the end, breaking all his fingers. That poor guy. He just
Yeah.
wanted peace. He
Mhm.
wanted what was
Yeah.
right for. He literally cared about his guy's daughter,
Yeah.
and he was a super respectful and like nice guy. I'm like, wait a second,
Making dinner.
making dinner
Yeah.
and supporting proper mental health and whatever.
Yes.
And this guy's just getting shit on
Mm-hmm.
the entire time. He gets hit by the father, gets his fingers broken because he posted a photo. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? This poor dude.
Man. And he's just a high school. They're in high school, right? I think
Think
they're in
so,
high
yeah.
school. Yeah. There's high school kids.
I mean, I think it is strange. He posted a picture of his girlfriend with a stranger from a train.
I guess. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't know what the cultural norms are in Denmark. But yeah, I don't really have much to say else either.
To be honest, I think what's hard about this, what is able to expand our thoughts on stuff is language. If we're
Uh,
able to understand more of their tone and what
Yeah.
they're going for because you and I, we can watch, like you're talking about Hangover, like just, as a reference to what their humor.
Yeah.
You can take one character from there and how he reacts
Mhm.
and with his jokes towards the actual plot of the movie,
Yeah.
and then you can be like, "Oh, that's funny. I understand why they're upset or what's going on. I understand the joke and the context of the joke, and his character, and you can go on from that." For us, it's really hard to tell because maybe their acting
No,
wasn't good and we couldn't tell.
Maybe. I just think the script wasn't as strong as it could be. I don't think they had the right jokes in there. A lot of the jokes didn't land. And the movie didn't drag. I'll give it that.
No, yeah.
The editing was
Mm-mm.
fine. It
Mhm.
didn't drag, but there was never a point where like the movie had me by the balls. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Cuz like a compelling that's a thing that immediately catches my eye, and it's a thing that like I immediately think of when I walk out of the movie theater or
Mhm.
like when I stop watching. Like, what are the scenes that like fucking gripped me? Like I was
Pulled
like,
me to the screen.
yeah, exactly,
It
yeah.
opened my eyes.
Like like the Sicario scene, that
Yeah.
whole ending dinner scene with Benicio, I
was
was
tense.
locked in,
Yeah.
completely locked in.
It was the bow on top of the present.
Mhm.
Yes, yeah.
Held it together.
And even after that, when he sneaks into Emily Blunt's apartment and makes her sign that thing, like that whole scene, I was locked in. I can't think of anything like that.
I'm rewatching it today.
In
It's on
Riders of
TV.
Justice, like I just.
Sicario or Writer's Justice?
Sicario.
I think Riders of I think that's a one and done
Is
kind
it?
of thing.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, I'm not really super into foreign films, but doing this makes me like them a lot more.
Yeah.
There are some foreign films that are good. They're really
Yeah. That so I was wondering about whether I should pick a foreign film that I had seen and can vouch for, or maybe I should pick something that like we all haven't seen. And yeah, Riders of Justice, it's just it's one of those situations where like we took a risk. Because I didn't know what this movie is
I
about.
don't know. I kind of like the risk almost. I think it's fun because
I live
we-
on the wild side.
yeah, I don't know. We all don't know what to expect.
Yeah, yeah, there is a plus to that.
If you're watching, it's like playing Danish roulette, right? Is that what it is? I'll tell you, a foreign film was good. Troll Hunter.
I love Troll Hunter.
Never seen Troll Hunter.
Troll Hunter's good.
Really, it's funny.
It's funny, and it's actually for the movie. It came out in like 2011, 2010, maybe.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Pretty decent.
I actually saw Troll Hunter on one of those like watch movies for free dot like net, like one of those streaming sites.
I saw it on Netflix in like 2013 when it like was on
Oh
Netflix.
no, I think I'm pretty sure it came out like I think it came out 2009. I think.
Oh.
I think it came out before 2010.
I thought it was pretty good CGI for
Oh,
what
yeah.
it was.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good. Quite believable. They use CGI in just the right amount,
Mhm.
just the right way. I think there might have been one scene where like, oh, that shit's fake, and that I think it was like the daylight scene when
Big
like it
one
was
where he was walking right over him.
yeah
Yeah,
I'm like, that's fake.
it was pretty. That was a large, massive freaking troll, right?
Yeah.
And
But oh, the cave scene.
that got
I
me
love
gave me an
that.
edge. That got me. I was like, oof.
Well, what was the thing? He was like, oh, they can smell Christians.
Yes.
and like they're all like, oh, well, none of us are Christians. It's fine. We'll be fine. And then one of them's like, wait, I'm a Christian. and then the trolls eat that guy. I think they eat him, right?
Yeah, they do. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
It's been
Rip.
almost 10 years since I've seen it. So actually, it's been nine years.
Yeah,
since
no, that's a scene that like I was locked in for, and I will always remember.
All right, so note to self: if you're going to Norway,
Yeah,
just don't be Christian.
easy. Just turn it off,
It's-
dude.
wait, It's a Norwegian film.
Troll Hunters.
Troll
Yeah,
Hunters.
yeah, it's a Norwegian film.
Well, like they're really big into like trolls and stuff.
Yeah, that's to be
That's
honest.
part of the.
I can't.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it.
honestly can't confirm it's Norwegian. I just have a feeling. I
I-
thought it would be because it's
I
trolls.
think it's Norwegian. I'm 95% sure it's
Petty Officer
Norwegian.
Google.
Wait, one.
No, I thought it's worth watching, and it's a good one. And what are some other foreign films? Was it Norwegian?
No, I don't have service. I give up.
What?
It's probably Norwegian.
It's I'm just gonna we'll make the executive decision, and we're just gonna make it Norwegian.
It is Norwegian.
And then people are it's like it's still Danish, and they're like, what the fuck? Come on, guys. What are some other foreign films that are actually really big here in America?
I think one of the biggest
Parasite. That's a good foreign film.
Parasite. Oh, I was actually thinking older than that. I was thinking Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Okay. And you
Oh
said
yeah,
2000,
the Bruce
yeah.
Lee ones.
2000, right? Oh wait, the original one.
Wait, no, that's
No, that's not Bruce Lee. That's
Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle
yeah,
Yeoh,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
You're
thinking
thinking
of-
Enter the Dragon.
I'm thinking Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Also a great movie.
Yeah.
Came out in 2000, I believe, or 2001.
Yeah, yeah. It came out a while ago.
Good movie. It's like that's where a lot of movies made fun of the really
the
crazy.
wuxia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's spelled Wuxia, and it's a style of Chinese like action filmmaking where they heavily accentuate like people jumping and people like flying through the air, and they're clearly on ropes.
Yeah.
But it's a stylistic like action choice that a lot of like Chinese, Hong Kong films do.
All I know is
Um,
Jackie Chan wouldn't need ropes. He can just fly.
yeah, Jackie Chan's the exception.
He can actually fly, which is truth.
uh,
Prove me wrong. You can't.
so I heard Jackie Chan is like he's actually kind of not cool anymore because apparently he's like super like pro Chinese government and
Ooh.
stuff.
Oof.
Really?
Yeah, like and like he's all like, yeah, like PLA, like yeah, Communist Party, yeah. Which is kind of awkward.
It's weird considering the fact that he's been living off American
Exactly.
consumerism
yeah.
for his entire life. It feels like capitalism has made him rich.
I mean, in
Yeah.
America, he was a Chinese star before he came over here.
Yeah,
That's
and
true.
what was the movie where he had a twin? I think it was called where he was switched at birth or something like that, or taken from his twin at birth. It was
Oh
black
my
and white.
god, I
Twins?
know what you're talking about, but I can't
He wore glasses too the entire movie.
I can't think of it.
Twins
He-
with Arnold Schwarzenegger
No, not that one.
and Danny DeVito.
We don't talk about that one.
I've never seen that. I mean, I've seen clips of it. I've seen people talk about it. I've never
we
seen it.
we don't need to watch.
We-
it.
Oh, really?
we don't need to cover.
But
We
it seems
don't-
like such a good, funny.
You would
alright, I'll-
think.
Yeah, I'll watch it on my own time. It's fine.
Yeah, no. You know what? Don't do that.
Wait, so have you guys ever seen a Jackie Chan movie where he isn't comedic?
Yes, The Foreigner.
Okay, I haven't seen The Foreigner, but he's a good actor. Like dramatically, he's good. I saw a Chinese movie, and it's like a period piece of like generals and like the old Han Dynasty or whatever. Probably not the Han Dynasty. I don't know anything about Chinese history, but Jackie Chan was playing a general. And he was in the movie, and Jet Li was also in the movie, and Jet Li was also playing a general. And like there was this third guy, another like big time Chinese actor. He was playing like the third general. So like this movie is about these three general dudes who just
Bro
like
out. Is it
just
bro
bro
out?
out in like ancient China. No, I don't know. Yeah, and it was supposed to be like the gladiator of like Chinese cinema or something. And I forget the name, but yeah, I watched it and I was like, "Whoa, Jackie Chan, he's pretty good." And I've also never seen him speak this much Chinese before, so
Really?
that was interesting. Mandarin.
Now I want to watch Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon again. I watched it when I was like 7 or 8.
No, here's the thing with me. I also watched it when I was very young. I was probably like 10 or 9 or something like that. I didn't really like it because I couldn't really follow the story. I watched it again in high school and I appreciated it a little bit more. But it's a little too they really like their soap opera drama there. It's very soapy in the drama. Despite the fact that they're stabbing and slicing each other.
Yeah.
But
I think maybe I want to watch it because my respect for Michelle Yeoh now because after
oh
Everything Everywhere All at
yeah.
Once. Fun fact: I'm sure you guys read Everything Everywhere All at Once was A24's A24. Oh my god!
Yeah.
It's their first $100 million movie.
I did see that. I
Which
did
I'm
see
like-
that. Good for them.
Yeah, good for them.
3 claps for them.
CR didn't like it,
All right.
So
Yeah. So you guys can just I don't know.
I'll just keep my.
Yeah.
we just
No,
won't
don't
bring
worry.
it up.
No, don't worry. Hannah didn't like it either because they don't understand. They'll never
They don't get it,
You just don't understand.
babe. You don't get it.
You gotta understand. I watched it twice, right?
Oh man. Yeah,
keep telling
dude.
people to watch it all the time.
There are people who
I'm an advocate of that. movie.
who just don't digest the movies in the same way that other people do.
Mm.
My aunt is one of those people. she just watches movies and she doesn't really form opinions about them.
Mm.
Which is a good
Yeah.
thing. I remember was this movie that I saw that I started realizing. I think we talked about this, that I should start just turning my brain off and just watching it and enjoying it.
Yeah.
And that's what issues that I have with movies, that
Mhm.
I immediately go
Yeah.
to just tearing it to shreds. in my mind.
Becoming like incredibly critical.
I
Yeah.
do think I
And
think that is the optimal approach.
I'm
to-
very jaded,
Yeah.
and or with movies, or not jaded, but more like cynical.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? I'm a cynical asshole when it comes to movies. Where if it doesn't hit a certain spot in
Yeah.
my mind, my heart, my stomach, everything, then it's just terrible to me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what I did for Thor: Love and Thunder. Even though I love the movie,
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. But a lot of people, when I read reviews and when I hear other people's opinions on it, it makes me open up. Like, oh yeah, you're right. Critically, it really wasn't that good.
Yeah. They have good points. Like there are flaws, big flaws.
But I think because of my love for Marvel
Yeah.
and my love for what Thor has become,
Yes.
and I like Taika Waititi's like
His comedic
his
style.
comedic
Yeah,
style,
yeah.
I turned off. I was like, you know what? I love the color. I love the comedy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna enjoy it. But I wasn't thinking about that then. I think because of how much I fanboy over MCU stuff.
I think if it increases your enjoyment, then just do whatever you need to do to do that.
Except for Miss Marvel, that show sucks.
I have not seen it.
I liked it.
I've not seen it. I'm starting to move towards the position of not watching it because like I from what everyone has said, like it seems to be targeted towards like a younger crowd. Like it's not for adults. I don't that from what I've heard, that's not the target demographic.
Which makes me believe that when the Marvels come out next year,
Yeah.
it's going to bomb because Captain Marvel was already bad,
Mm.
in my opinion.
Captain Marvel was. I fell asleep during Captain Marvel.
It was not the greatest. Well, they're
If they mix both those elements together, they're doomed.
Mm-hmm.
they're supposed to bring in
Freaking
Well,
X-Men.
Monica Rambeau from the WandaVision series.
I like her a lot more than Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be it's supposed to be her.
You mean
Captain-
007?
Yeah, her, Captain Marvel, and Miss Marvel.
I don't even know what Captain Marvel's personality is.
She's
Like,
just
what is her person? I don't know.
unbreakable, I guess. Because
Like-
obviously she's the only person who, maybe if she gave a fuck in the first place, no, they wouldn't have to go through this stuff at all.
They just got to write her better. Like obviously Iron Man, you know his personality. Like Steve Rogers, you know his personality. Like
The Hulk, he definitely knows. His
yeah,
personality.
exactly. Even Black Widow, you know Black Widow's personality.
Thor's personality has changed.
Thor's personality, he got a facelift and he looks a lot better now.
Faceless. The guy's got a freaking whole body there. Man.
They
Guy's
need to
massive in that movie. Holy
they
shit.
need to like apply a personality to Captain Marvel and just like work with it, because right now she just has no personality. She's super OP. Like I think her powers are amazing,
Mhm.
and like seeing her beat shit up is like yes.
One would say they're marvelous.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh
Heyo.
my god.
Is there a cricket? you need a cricket button on that one.
Oh wait, I know I had one, but I just you know what? I'll put it in. I'll put it in when I go home today. All right. Let's go around. Let's go around. Say our piece about
Yeah,
Riders of Justice.
Then we can expand more on others.
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of want to talk. Sorry, I also want to talk about Phase 5 and Phase 6 again.
Oh yes, yes.
Anyway.
So I'm sure I've made myself clear. I enjoyed this movie, but I don't think I enjoyed it and I didn't enjoy it. A little bit of both. I felt the tone was completely different from what I expected, and that's probably my fault for not like understanding that this is a comedic action movie. But it's the poster. I blame the poster. Mads Mikkelsen's face, all like gruffed up, made it seem like this would be like a revenge, serious Taken style movie. But yeah, a lot of the jokes didn't land for me. I didn't really like the color grading, but the acting was on point. The themes, I thought the themes were very good. I like this type of message, normalizing therapy. That said, the movie's not as effective as I'd like it to be. I'm giving this a 6.5.
I agree with you on everything, on all the aspects there, even having seen it right now. Um, and I don't see myself ever watching it again to give another a perspective outlook
Mm.
because it just didn't do it for me. I'm with you on that. I wasn't big with the color. I did like the acting, and with the comedic like background to it, or at least interlaced with it,
Mm.
but barely interlaced. I guess there's like falling threads outside. Just didn't do for me. But the acting was good, and the theme, like we talked about, the the therapy part of it, and just the cathartic outtakes. I guess
Yeah.
that did for me too. I'm just gonna give it a 6.
It's fair. Um, I think it took too long for them to get their point across in the movie. Obviously therapy was brought up several times, and it took a lot of people for him to kill to finally realize that therapy is the answer. Um, and then everything was also solved by Christmas. Um, it was good. I think it's a type of movie that I'd probably have on in the background if I'm like doing dishes in another room.
Not even watching it, listening to it.
I think listening to it, I think it's just
It's playing in the background while I'm on my
It's the
phone,
Danish
Yeah.
language.
so I don't feel so depressed in the quiet. Yeah.
I do think it's like partially a language barrier. And just reading facial expressions and everything that goes along with that,
Mm.
because we're not from Denmark. Um,
That's facts.
but yeah, I'd go ahead and give it a 6. I feel like that's pretty solid.
Cool.
Not a bad movie, just not my cup of tea.
I think it shoots itself in the foot a couple times with the way
Yeah.
that it goes about things.
So was it an overall 6.3?
Somewhere along there? Yeah,
6.2?
6-ish.
It's 6-ish.
6-ish. Official Burnaflex score.
6-ish.
6-ish. All right. Who's next?
To be honest, I completely forgot to think about a movie to watch.
Oh shit.
But
We can.
we can skip me. And if Jonah, if you have something, if not,
I mean, you can't think of one movie? Anything. We could watch anything at this point.
We could let's brainstorm right now. Like
Alright. All right, then how we can
Is there like a movie you thinking you thought about watching like recently on anything?
Yeah, but I always forget. Here I am ruining the flow of this right now. So I guess
No, you're not ruining it.
I
We're
feel-
working through it.
We're working through the month long of the time I had to think about this.
How
Apparently,
does this make you feel?
I do need therapy.
We're in therapy now. I also need therapy. We all do.
We all do.
Well, I saw that Lady Gaga was coming out in the new Joker
Oh.
movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
And
I'm upset about that.
I have not seen the Joker movie. Maybe we could.
You know what's funny?
What?
You know what's 100% funny?
What?
5 minutes ago, I was thinking about that. How
Really?
I wanna talk. What's funny is I watched it a couple days ago,
Okay.
and I'm willing to watch it again. That's how much I love it. Funny thing how that movie only got a 60-something% on it on Rotten Tomatoes, but everyone loved it. You're telling me you got a 60-something% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it is an double Oscar nominated movie and one Oscar winner for Best Actor? I mean, come on.
I mean, we could talk about it when I watch it. So I have seen and read reviews of the Joker, and the general consensus around like why it got the score that it got is that it
Glorifies an active shooter.
yeah, it's kind of like the genesis of an incel, and like I from the people that have told me that it's amazing, like, yeah, I can see where they're coming from, and anyway,
I'm sorry.
I have not seen the movie, but I have also like
It's
had a
almost 3 years.
conversation with people where like I guessed the plot of the movie just by like reading the reviews, and like I didn't watch or see anything or read anything that was spoiler heavy. Nothing. I don't know anything about the movie. And I was talking to Stevens. I don't know if you remember Stevens. He was an A ganger on the Providence. Stevens was telling me that.
I went to a boot camp with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Light skinned guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a really cool guy, really soft spoken guy. It took him forever to make second, but I'm glad he did. He's still on the They're in the process of decomming, and he's still there. He's just like chilling.
You know, when you do, then if we want to do the Joker, I'm down because
Yeah, I kind of do. I want to see what all the fuss is about, and I want to see who's right, who's wrong.
then we'll make this my choice then because I want to watch it again. I just watched it a couple days ago again, and I've watched it like multiple times. And when you watch this movie, you'll be upset they're making a second one.
Oh, really?
Debatable.
You think so?
Oh, you've seen Joker?
I've seen the Joker.
Okay, all right.
But it's I think debatable.
It's gonna
But
make
we can definitely get into that.
yeah, we will. It's gonna make you feel uneasy,
Yeah.
and
Well, maybe.
maybe but
I don't know. I've seen a lot of shit.
well,
We'll see.
yeah. No, I don't mean in a bad way.
Oh,
I don't mean in a bad way. I mean in like yeah, you're rooting for the character in a way, and then you're also
Maybe.
not.
like
It's
a
heavy on a lot of things.
Breaking Bad situation where like Walter White is not a good guy, but you're still rooting for him.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Obviously, I have a lot to talk about in this movie when we talk about it. Actually,
Mhm.
especially Robert De Niro's character.
Robert De Niro is in this movie.
Zoe Kravitz, Robert De Niro.
Zoe Kravitz is
No.
in Joker.
Zazie Beetz.
Oh yeah, Zazie Beetz.
Zazie Beetz. I did remember seeing her in a commercial.
Two Z names. They got me.
They got the Z names.
The Z names.
The Z at the end, right?
Yeah.
Two Z
Zoe
names.
Kravitz,
Two
Zazie
DC
Beetz.
movies.
So we got Robert De Niro, Z name, Joaquin Phoenix.
He's amazing.
He won Best
He's
Actor. for this
literally
Well,
amazing.
he's kind of an enigma, to be honest. He just
Have you guys seen? There's this
You know-
really weird ass movie with him. It's called
You Were Never Really There.
Yeah.
yeah.
So weird.
I liked it a lot.
I also liked it,
He also got nominated for an Oscar for that one too.
but I don't know if that movie was any good. His performance amazing.
Those two
but-
performances are like polar opposites. It's more like the movie's kind of like Taxi Driver. In my opinion.
You're never really there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can agree with that. It definitely has those vibes. There was another movie that I saw. It's called The Master,
yeah,
and
it's about,
Philip
Alan
Seymour
Hubbard.
Hoffman is in it, and they're both just killing it on
Yeah.
the screen.
It's about L. Hubbard and Scientology, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't ever like actually say like
Oh,
Scientology.
they're not gonna.
Yeah, but
Oh, no, they won't. They'll all die.
Yeah.
You know, Joaquin Phoenix. You know, he quit acting on purpose for a comeback because it was what he was getting ready for his roles.
Yeah, it was when he was becoming a rapper.
Yeah.
He went on David Letterman, and like Letterman was like interviewing him like about his acting career, and Joaquin Phoenix didn't want anything to do with it, and he just wanted to talk about rapping.
Yeah. He did.
What?
He purposely was acting this way because he quit acting
Yeah.
to prepare
Wait,
himself.
when was it? So Letterman was when Letterman was still doing his show.
Yeah,
It
I guess
was
like
a while
8
ago.
years ago, something like that.
It might have been longer than that.
It's a while ago, actually, but he was preparing himself for a role by doing that.
Huh.
But everyone thought he was going through like some
Crazy phase.
major crisis. Well, there's like been a lot of actors recently that come out saying like method acting is just like basically making an ass out of yourself for really no reason. I think
Yeah.
Mads Mikkelsen was one of the guys that came out saying like method actors are just a bunch of fucking assholes.
I remember we talked about this a while ago.
Yo, I love that guy. He just keeps it real.
Yeah,
Do you think Joaquin Phoenix would be as big as he is now if River Phoenix was still alive?
no.
And actually had his
I have never
Right?
seen anything with River
River
Phoenix.
you
Phoenix, Stand By Me has
Stand By
River.
Me.
I haven't seen Stand By Me.
Indiana Jones: Last Crusade.
Yeah,
Huh?
he
played
played
Indian.
young Indy.
Oh,
On
really?
the train. That's
Mhm.
him.
Wow.
He was supposed to be what Leonardo DiCaprio is right now.
Yeah,
How did he die?
Drugs.
drugs.
God
He-
damn it! It's
he-
always fucking drugs.
Drugs.
Fuck.
They get you.
That'll
They
do
re-
it.
they
Yeah.
really
Can't-
get
why
you.
can't drugs get Ezra Miller or something? Like
If River Phoenix never died, he would be one of the. He would be like the Daniel Day-Lewis mixed with
they always be killing the good ones, dude. Like what
Ezra
the
Miller's
fuck?
just taking. I think he's just taking the right drugs. Just the right amount of drugs, not
I'm
to
a little
get him.
upset about his disposition, I guess you call it, or something, his craziness. Because I actually wanted to see the Flash movie.
Is he
I-
good? Is he a good actor though? Is
I don't
he...
think so.
No.
If you've, he's not. If you've seen, okay, what's the movie? It was on Netflix. It was about is it the Philadelphia experiment or the
What the
what
fuck?
was it called? It's where they lock
Oh yeah,
the San Francisco experiment.
yes, about the prison guard thing, right?
Yeah, where they like
Oh.
yeah
They do an
the
experiment in the '70s about these people playing prison guards and people playing prisoners,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
eventually
yeah,
they
yeah.
start actually acting like it.
Yeah.
And this actual experiment that happened,
Mhm.
and they're remaking it a movie.
hmm Ezra Miller was in that.
Yeah.
That was the first Ezra Miller movie I ever saw him in, and
Was he like one of the main characters?
he
or-
was one of the main
Okay.
inmates in the movie,
Yeah.
and all I could think of is one, he's overacting,
Mm.
and two, it's just like it threw off like the whole feel of the movie.
Mhm.
Oh.
It just felt like a
Stanford.
movie, and it's
Stanford Prison Experiment.
That's it.
I just
Yeah.
remembered it.
Yep.
Okay.
the movie felt like it was just made in a cardboard box. I don't really.
I thought it was good, other than I think a few of their yeah.
When I watched the
acting
movie,
chops.
I guess the reason why I say cardboard box is when I watched that movie, when you ever see a movie and you just think of a bunch of colors
hmm
and that explain the movie, the movie is like literally the color like of a cardboard box.
Yeah.
You know what I
But
mean?
I mean, if you think about it, like their prison cells or like where they're kept, a lot of them are just like offices and probably some like campus hallway or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Huh.
imagine like pretty dull colors throughout like everything.
Have you seen Perks of Being a Wallflower?
No, I actually tried reading the book and I got about 2 chapters in and I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah. Well, if you watch that movie, it's
Oh,
probably
he's in it too?
yeah, it's an easier paced movie to watch, you know.
Yeah.
And then you watch him, you're like, wow, that is his acting ability.
Hmm.
That's everybody's acting ability. You know, it's freaking that guy Logan Lerman, I think, is no, I don't know.
I don't know who that is. Who's that?
He played Percy Jackson, I think is his name, Logan Lerman.
I didn't watch Percy Jackson.
He was in Fury.
I didn't
I
like.
haven't
Fury.
seen Fury.
I didn't like it.
I don't. Yeah, it's-
Everyone has
Everyone-
told me that Fury's good though.
They like it. I don't like it.
there. I also I'm with you.
Alright.
I think the reasons why I don't like it, reasons I want to go into, but
Is Shia LaBeouf good in Fury?
Shia LaBeouf might be. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Shia LaBeouf's kind of like out there.
Yeah.
I think he's the best part of Fury,
Okay.
but there's not a lot of good parts of Fury.
Oh
to me.
no.
I don't like Fury.
Alright.
dialogue is okay.
It's all right. I
I like
guess.
the dialogue. I like one thing Brad Pitt says.
Yeah.
He says, what is it? Oh yeah. He says ideals are peaceful, but history is violent,
Mm.
and I like that. And I think about that a lot. Like he's like, ideals are peaceful, history is violent.
That's very true.
You know, and because he's like, you'd be like, what you want
Yeah.
is what you want, and that's what everybody wants. But
Mhm.
really, you're never gonna get that.
Mm.
Peace isn't an option ever. It will be.
Peace was never an option.
Peace was never an option.
I think my biggest thing with that movie was they put a bunch of like stereotypical people in a tank together, or like in a tank unit together. Like John Bernthal is like this hick
hmm
that you can't understand most of what he's saying. He's just like out there.
And also Shia LaBeouf, some hick
Yeah.
who doesn't understand it was out there.
I also don't. I'm not a big fan of Michael Pena and pretty much anything he's in.
He probably wasn't casted.
He was
right.
he was good in End of Watch. I liked
I didn't-
liked that movie.
I didn't like him to watch. I
That-
don't like Jake Gyllenhaal, so
Oh really?
no.
What?
I don't like pretty much anything he's in other than like Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
And I have to watch. I have to kind of like Spider-Man. Was it Far From Home?
Oh,
Did
okay.
we
kinda-
talk
it's
about
alright.
Nightcrawler one video? One.
No, we've never done Nightcrawler.
Oh.
I like
No.
Nightcrawler. I think that was my favorite Jake Gyllenhaal movie. Other than that, he's just trash. I hate him. If he,
Strong opinions.
yeah, I hate him.
Why? What is it
Capital H.
about him? Have you
I
seen
don't-
Donnie Darko?
We're talking
not.
about this.
I've not seen Donnie Darko.
What? You gotta watch that.
I know it's a cult classic. I know everyone recommends that every time I bring up.
I think
Jake
the
Gyllenhaal.
favorite scene in Donnie Darko is when him and Maggie yell at each other at the dinner table.
You can go suck a fuck. Tell me, Donnie, how does one simply suck a fuck?
Oh,
Or-
God.
Or it's like, you're such a fuck ass.
It's not even a real word.
Nothing's a real word, you know?
I love that scene because I knew that they were brother and sister, and yeah,
It was like real,
yeah.
yeah.
Maggie
Pretty much.
Gyllenhaal, she's been doing some serious like TV miniseries as of late. I don't know if she's been in movies recently, but she's more in the TV department now. She's always been great. I think she's just not conventionally like Hollywood attractive.
She kind of looks like a sad puppy.
Yeah.
Or maybe she's just the male-looking version of Jake Gyllenhaal, and nobody wants to see that.
Maybe.
You see like one of your friends growing up, and then he has a sister or something like that,
Yeah.
and the sister looks like your friend, but just a chick. That's what it is.
Oh man.
She wasn't that good in The Dark Knight.
Jake Gyllenhaal to me looks like
she was better than Katie Holmes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Jake-
fair.
Jake Gyllenhaal to me looks like a character from an extremely goofy movie. You know, from a goofy movie. You know, like,
yeah.
he looks
I'm
like
trying
a-
to think.
He just looks like a character from there,
Oh, really?
like a dog.
Who? Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah.
Disney dog.
He looks like an animal. You know,
Fair. He's
Um,
got real like bug eyes.
He does have buggy eyes. I'll give you that. But I don't know. I kind of like him. I kind of like Jake Gyllenhaal.
No, I think if he, I don't know, wasn't here anymore, that'd be cool.
I think a big blunder in his career was doing Prince of Persia. That will forever be a stain on his record.
You know he's unbreakable, right?
What?
What I'm saying is unbreakable is that his career in movies in like of a household name started with the movie The Bubble Boy.
Yeah,
What's Bubble Boy?
Exactly.
yeah, Bubble Boy.
And he conquered from there. You know, he came out on top still.
But yeah, people.
Yeah.
I do know that people like Jake Gyllenhaal, and they'll go to see his movies,
hmm
even as bad as he is.
Like the movie
Like
Ambulance.
Ambulance, yeah.
What's
Thank you.
ambulance?
Exactly. So Ambulance was a movie that recently came out,
Yeah.
and it didn't obviously have a lot of outside of movie theater
recently
trailers.
came out.
Recently.
Within
like
the last
in
month.
theaters and streaming.
Month or this year.
Theaters. It was only in for a little bit.
Probably didn't do so hot.
What was
so
it about?
It's about
like EMTs.
you think?
yeah, you'd think, right?
Wait, what is it
It
actually
is about this guy, Jake Gyllenhaal. He works right at a bank, right?
He cases a bank. They're
Sorry, yeah, he cases a bank, and then a friend of his, right? Or it's like he's like the brother-in-law or something like that.
I think he works for Jake Gyllenhaal. I think so. I think they're bank robbers,
Oh,
and
they're bank robbers.
I think it's a heist. It's a heist movie.
And are they using an ambulance
They are using an ambulance.
for their heist?
Do you want to just read like the thing?
Yeah,
that's
read it.
good.
I want to hear it.
Okay. Needing money to cover his wife's medical bills, a decorated veteran teams up with his adoptive brother to steal $32 million from a Los Angeles bank. However, when their getaway goes spectacularly wrong, the desperate thieves hijack an ambulance that's carrying a severely wounded cop, who is played by Isa Gonzalez.
Oh, Aiza Gonzalez.
Yeah.
She's hot, dude. She's a hottie.
Oh, sorry. A wounded cop and an EMT worker.
Yeah, I might just watch it for her, dude.
It's on Peacock right now, so you can watch it. I think I'm gonna watch it now because it's on Peacock because I want to watch a movie to watch.
Mm.
It says, caught in a high-speed chase, the two siblings must figure out a way to outrun the law while keeping their hostages alive. Guess
Hos-
what? Directed by
I don't know.
Drum roll, please.
No,
Do you
do,
have
you,
one?
do you have an explosion ready?
Yeah, do you have,
you have
an
an
explosion?
explosion on your-
Bay?
Michael Bay, yes.
Michael Bay.
What?
And they're shooting really high in the sky and very bright.
Is there a scene where a character rises up, and as he's rising up, the camera goes around him?
I bet.
I'm sure there is.
Oh, and I guarantee you, the lens is literally at a 45-degree angle,
Yeah.
but underneath.
Explosions,
God.
explosions, misogyny, hot women, and
Yeah.
fast cars.
Michael Bay has
And semi-attractive male leads.
Yeah,
he has a good movie, I think.
I like The Rock.
I love how you say I think.
I like The Rock.
The
with-
Rock, that's the movie.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery.
I mean,
That's
he-
actually my first Nicolas Cage movie.
I mean, he also did
Nice. I
Bad
feel like it's
Boys.
pretty did he do both of them?
I've never seen Bad Boys, so
I've-
I can't really speak.
I've seen
to
the
that.
second one. And I thought it was okay.
Wait, one.
Everyone told me not to watch the first one, so I watched the second one, and yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Bad Boys is Martin Lawrence and Will Smith.
Yeah,
All right.
Oh, he did Bad Boys 2, and Bad Boys for Life. He did all 3 of them.
okay.
Apparently they're coming out with another Transformers movie next year.
Of course they are.
Oh, that's not.
Why wouldn't
good.
they?
I mean, they're not going away anywhere, I'm sure. It's Michael Bay. Jesus, man, this guy.
He needs to stop.
I love it. Michael he needs to stop.
He needs to stop.
I love Michael Bay. You know, in the movie Team America: World Police,
Yeah.
there's that one song about how Michael Bay fucked up and then he missed the mark or something like that.
I don't know. I've never seen.
Oh well,
America.
they're talking about how Pearl Harbor was like a terrible movie.
Oh.
It was.
Oh.
It was though.
They put it on Christmas one time, and I was watching some of it. It's really long.
Yeah.
And like there are a lot of scenes that are just about relationships.
Yeah, that's why it's not good.
All right,
mean-
I didn't finish it. I didn't watch it all, but yeah, I'm
Oh.
like, where are the explosions? Where are the?
They're there. They're just like in
I
the middle of all the relationship.
I lied. He only did Bad Boys 1 and 2, not 3.
Probably for the best.
He did Armageddon, which for some reason is like a guilty pleasure.
I liked Armageddon.
I liked Armageddon.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I always segued to Michael Bay for this point.
Or you could
Because
be
of
different and be like,
ambulance.
oh,
Yeah.
I like Deep Impact.
Oh, different? They're totally different movies.
Same, but different.
Same.
Oh man.
The Ambulance, somehow, I don't understand this, but it got 67% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Mm.
Maybe
I could believe that.
there's something about it that I may... Like, again, I felt that way about... I watched Bullet Train
Yeah.
yesterday.
Was it any good?
Yeah.
Oh really? Wait, who
I was-
directed Bullet Train?
The Deadpool director. I don't know who that is.
Oh.
Oh,
That guy.
That dude, yeah. I
Bullet
watched
Train.
it.
Bullet Train. It kind of had. I assumed that it was like a modern version of Murder on the Orient Express. That's kind of what I saw it as. So like, oh no, it's
No.
completely different.
Yeah, it's not a mystery.
Okay.
It's not a whodunit. This is a
Is
straight
it
up
like
action.
high octane? Like
It's when you
is it on
watch it.
streaming? Can I stream it?
It just came out today, so like yesterday. So
In
probably,
theaters.
probably not. Yeah, there's no
Okay.
streaming. The movie it got 55% Rotten Tomatoes, but I will tell you that it actually wasn't bad
Mhm.
because it wasn't. It was better than I expected it would be. I expected it to be bad,
Okay.
even with Brad Pitt. I expected it to be bad,
Hmm.
but it actually exceeded my expectations. And when if you set a low expectation for something and it exceeds it by even a little bit, it's worth watching. I feel.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you even if just by even a hair,
It's crazy how that works.
right?
Yeah.
It's like
Because
a
you-
secret trick
'Cause you-
that critics hate. This.
and I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I liked Brian Tyree Henry's. From
No,
no, he was
Atlanta.
Atlanta
I've
The show-
seen
oh,
like
right.
maybe 3
He's
episodes.
in
with
he's
me,
in
right.
Eternals as well.
Eternals.
Which
He's
one is that?
he's the guy that can like morph metal.
Oh,
morph
okay,
machines
all
and stuff.
right.
That
Oh,
guy.
he's kind of chubby.
Yeah,
That guy. All right.
that guy.
I
I'm
know
telling
now.
you, there's a reason why they're canceling Atlanta. They're ending it. The last season
Yeah.
is in September, because 4 of those people, the main characters, are all huge actors now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of them is a good actor, and they're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can't afford us anymore.
Donald Glover, Zazie Beetz, that guy.
Lakeith Stanfield.
No, he's been big before Atlanta.
I know, but the reason why he's only doing it because for the fans. I'm sure.
Okay,
I like
yeah.
Lakeith Stanfield.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
God, he's great. He's great.
His first movie, he wasn't credited as Lakeith. He was credited as Keith Stanfield. Fun
Really?
fact. Yeah, they had to take the black out of it,
That's
but
probably what it was.
they put it back in, so it's okay.
It's probably like we'll credit you, but you got to do it our way if you want your money.
I think it's just part of being in Hollywood, like to
Make sacrifices.
yeah, because once he was an established like actor, then he had the luxury to use his real name. But like when he's just starting out, just like a nobody,
Yeah.
like to make himself more marketable, he had to take
Yeah.
like Lakeith out,
Yeah.
which is
Well-
the reality we live in.
Nicolas Cage had to use his name or his real name to get into acting.
Oh, Coppola. Yeah.
Nicholas Coppola.
Well, what I was getting at with
Nick Cage.
Brian Tyree Henry, that's his name, right? Him and Aaron Taylor Johnson's, they're
What has he been doing, Aaron
Uh,
Taylor?
I don't know. He's been living off the teat of his wife, who's like 30 years older than
His
him.
wife?
His wife is I'm pretty sure a Hollywood like executive,
Oh,
and she's like 60.
Yeah.
She's old.
Anyway, the only thing I've ever seen Aaron Taylor Johnson in is,
Gas 1 and 2.
well, I was gonna say Age of Ultron.
Well, yeah, that.
That's
Uh,
I don't know.
I saw him in the original Godzilla.
He was in Godzilla. Yeah,
Oh yeah, he was. You're right.
he was.
Forgot about
Actually,
that.
what's funny was his sister's husband. In Godzilla, he was Caitlin Olsen, was it?
Kate Olsen.
Kate Olsen's husband,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
who he's also her sister,
Yeah.
his brother, her brother.
Kate
Fuck.
Olsen, Elizabeth Olsen.
Elizabeth Olsen.
Elizabeth.
Sorry, my bad. My
Too
bad.
many Olsens.
And I always said
yeah.
Caitlin Olsen was the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm looking forward to the Welcome to Wrexham.
What's that?
It's a documentary movie or series on freaking Mac from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, McElhenney, and
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds. They bought a Scottish or English football club,
Oh.
and they made it looks like a really good documentary.
Oh.
You
Huh.
know. Anyway,
It's like Ted Lasso over there.
so anyway, these two characters they have really good what do you call the
Chemistry?
Chemistry, yeah. Good chemistry. And I can tell you right now that movie, The Lost Kingdom or Lost whatever the hell that came out with Sandra Bullock.
I heard that was good.
I heard it's good too. I haven't seen it yet. What I'm saying is, I guarantee you, both those movies were being filmed right after another or at the same time.
Why do you say that?
Because 3 characters of that movie are also in this movie.
Oh.
And so in that movie, The Lost Kingdom, whatever it's
Yeah.
called, or
I think that is the right title, I think.
yeah, you have Brad Pitt, who's a tiny part in it.
I didn't know that.
He's a small part in it, apparently. I haven't seen it.
Uh-huh.
In this one, there's a certain character from the movie who's a small part in it.
Are you suggesting a multiverse right now?
I might be suggesting that for a second.
All right, let's wrap up here.
Yeah.
So Riders of Justice, we gave it a 6-ish. Next week or whenever we meet for our next podcast, we're gonna be doing Joker, 2018, I believe, right?
2019.
2019, whenever it was. Sure, Joker with Todd Phillips is the director.
Phillips.
Todd Phillips, Joaquin Phoenix,
Zazie Beetz
The Z name.
Zazie Beetz.
and Robert De Niro.
Cool. All right. See you guys then.
Peace.